Hi, I'm Joe Murphy. I'm back. I want to talk to you about prioritizing your to-do list. The last session I talked about making sure you write your to-do list on paper. I carry a to-do list, daytimer kind of thing all the time. And it's helped me, it's changed my life so that I can see the things that I need to do and prioritize them based upon what's important to my career. Now, I'm talking about career, I'm talking about work at this point in time. We'll talk about health and we'll talk about well-being at another point in time. But we're talking about getting control over our mind so that we don't have all these things bumping around in our head, causing us friction and stress. And once you take them out of your mind and put them on paper, you can clearly see what needs to be done and then prioritize them based upon importance. Prioritize them based upon the important things in your life that you are aiming to accomplish. And that's the key words for you, whatever you're aiming to accomplish. Okay. Now, if you work for an organization, you're being hired at least from 8 to 5 to get things done. And I want to keep that arch or umbrella as part of this discussion, because I'm not talking about health at this point in time. I can talk about that later. So putting it on paper is critical to your mental health because we think 70,000 thoughts a day. 95% of those thoughts are recurring from yesterday and the day before. And 80% of those are also negative. So how do we get control over our mind? It's a simple to-do list and making sure you're focused on the right things. Once you start getting things done and accomplishing the right things, you're going to have or experience something called the Big Mo. The Big Mo. You know what the Big Mo is? Big Mo is momentum. When you have momentum, it's a life force. It's like waves hitting the side of a rock. After 1,000,000 years, they're reduced to sand. Okay? That's what happens with your life. Your life starts to take off like a tidal wave. Small waves at first, and then it goes up into a tidal wave. And it cannot be stopped. And you become that tidal wave. Now, I'm going to give you this prioritization process. It's going to rock your world. And I'm going to first go through this fictitious list, but I'm going to explain to you what this says so you can read it. Groceries. Got to go to the grocery store to pick up groceries. Pick up my white shirts. I'm running out of white shirts. Need to be cleaned. I got to get this report done for my boss or for my client. Have to call Robert's Machinery. They're a client of mine. I'm trying to get in front of the CEO for a couple of weeks, and I just haven't gotten around to calling him. He's expecting my call. The dentist. I got to call the dentist because that's my annual checkup. Semi-annual checkup. Have you noticed how they did that? Went from annual checkup to now semi-annual. Twice a year, they doubled their revenue. Okay, I'm off on a sidetrack, but there we go. If I didn't have this to-do list, I'd be thinking, how did they do that? They gently said, let's do it twice a year. And then wouldn't get to any of these other things. I got to develop a presentation. This is a sales presentation for a new client. Got to get that done. So let's go through these things, and we're going to look at these things from two perspectives, time and importance. But let's first go through time. Let's go through 1, 2, 3. And we're going to give you a numbering scheme to apply to each one of these items on the list so that you can see the prioritization and what is important. Time is marked by the numbers 1, 2, or 3. If you have something that's very important, and it usually takes a long period of time. 1, we're not talking about importance now, we're talking about time. 1 would be a long period of time in this particular case. Long period of time. 2 would be a medium period of time. And 3 would be relatively easy or short. Okay? So let's go through this list. Groceries. Picking up groceries would be what? If you said that's easy, that's because your brain is saying it's easy. But it takes a long period of time to get this done. All right? It's a long period of time. So this is going to take getting in the car and driving down there and going shopping at least 2 hours. It's going to take you half an hour to get there, find a parking place, get in a grocery store, wheel around looking for the food, come back out, another half hour back. That's 2 hours during the middle of your day. So it's going to take a long period of time. So let's put a 1 there. Now don't get confused with this yet. This is time. Pick up shirts. It's down the street, but I still got to get in the car 10, 15, 20 minutes, stand there, find my shirts, pay for it. That's another hour. So that's probably about a 2. a medium period of time. Okay, get this report done. It's probably about, I don't know, I've got the material, probably about an hour. It's going to be a 2. Call Roberts Machinery. That's easy. That's a 3. Okay, fast. It's easy. And fast. I should put fast down here. Just pick up the phone. Call the dentist. That's easy. That's fast. Get the appointment and develop a presentation. This is going to take me a long period of time to develop this presentation. I got to assemble it. I got to go through it, edit it, walk it through in my mind. So now you're starting to get the first aspect of this prioritization capability. So 1's going to take a long period of time, 2, medium period of time, 3, get the report, medium period of time, easy, fast is called the Roberts Machinery dentist, easy, fast, develop the presentation, hard, or long period of time, okay? Because hard is sometimes long. Believe it or not, hard and long. So there we go. The second one is going to be 1, 2, or 3 again. But this time it's going to be about importance, relative importance to what I was hired to do, okay, or what I'm supposed to do for work and my career, and that's what we're talking about. So 1 is very important. That's the things that I'm going to get fired for if I don't get done. My boss is expecting this to get done. 2 is medium importance, MIP, and then 3, not important, or NIP. Okay, so very important, medium importance, NIP. So now groceries, is this very important to my career? If I'm starving, maybe. I know somebody's going to be wisecracker and say that. Smart Alec. No, it's not important. So it's 3. It's not important. It's a 3-1. It's going to take a long period of time. It's not really relative to my job. Pick up shirts, same thing. 3-2. It's not important. Get the report done for my boss. My boss wants this done. If I'm late, she's not going to be happy. So this is very important, and it's going to take a medium amount of time. Call Roberts Machinery. This is the CEO. I've been trying to get in front of him for 2 weeks. I've been lazy. I've been procrastinating on it. He's expecting my call. This is 1. This is a client call. They're very important. Call the dentist, depending, my teeth aren't hurting. It's not important right now. It might become important. I'll get to it. But relative to my career and what I've been hired to do, it's a 3. Develop this presentation 1-1. Do you see this? Now what you're going to do, and this is the critical part, is once you have this on your to-do list and you've gone through each one of these, you're going to take all your 1s and you're going to circle them. And then you're going to, for the long things period of times, like the 1, 2, and the 1, you're going to schedule this time and block it off on your calendar to get it done. Block this off like you're making an appointment. Okay? If you get multiple phone calls that you need to make that are important for clients, you're going to batch these tasks. Does this make sense? You're going to batch them so that you take all your phone calls and you block these phone calls on your calendar that you have to make, and you make these phone calls one after another, and you're going to go boom, 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 and knock them all out because they're rather fast, and it's repetitive. It's called batching your tasks, and you want to write that one down. This is batching your tasks. Not many people have heard this term. Batching your tasks, what the brain does, because it becomes very familiar with making the phone calls and talking to people, your brain becomes more effective because it's the same type of thing you're doing over repetitively. And as you become more effective, you're starting to look for ways to become more efficient. You become more to the point to people without being rude. You have a more direct conversation without being rude. And you get what you need to get accomplished when you're making light phone calls. Now, does this make sense? Because now you can see where your time sucks are. Picking up the white shirts in your mind felt easy, but it's a time suck. And it's not related to why you've been hired. It's why we're working at maybe 50% capacity. And I'm not trying to burn you out. In fact, you will get such a release of energy and good feelings because you're getting things knocked out. You're doing the right things. I'm taking all the ones and I'm moving them over, in some cases, to another sheet of paper. But you're blocking these off on your calendar to get these things done. This will change your life forever. And if it doesn't, you can call me or write me, and I will give you your money back. I'm Joe Murphy. I'm here for your success. Have a great evening or rest of your day.